Hi there, it's Sandy from iRock Common Core with Kay, and we are going to show you how to create an audio recording to use in your classroom. Maybe you want to record one for students to listen to, or your kiddos can record stuff as well. So I have GarageBand here open on my iPad. I'm going to press the plus sign, and I'm going to create a new song. And when I do that, I'm going to choose the audio recorder. And this is the screen that's going to pop up, and the first thing that I want to do is I want to go to the settings and I want to turn the metronome off. That way it's not clicking while I'm creating my recording. I'm going to leave the count in on because that way it'll let me know. It'll do 4 short clicks and then it'll let me know that it's time to start recording. The second thing I want to do before I begin my recording is add bars. So I'm going to press the plus sign in the top right corner, and I'm just going to add a bunch of bars. This way it won't cut me off in the middle of my recording. So that's probably too many, but too many is better than not enough, right? So I'm going to drag this over to the number 1, and then I'm ready to go ahead and start my recordings, or my recording. And to start recording, I'm just going to press the red dot at the top next to the play button. Test, test. This is a test recording. Test, test. And to stop the recording, I'm going to press the red dot one more time. So my recording shows up there in the purple. To listen to my recording, I could press the play sign, but I'm not going to do that right now. And then you have down here all of these voice filters that are fun for kids to use depending on the purpose of the recording. So, and to see the recording, I can also, next to the microphone on the top to the right of the microphone, there's a tracks button, and that'll just give me a different view of my audio recording. And let's say that one of your students recorded their poetry and they wanted to add a song to the background to kind of add effect or mood to it. All they would need to do is go to the loops button in the top right hand corner, and you can see there's Apple Loops, there's audio files there, and then I would go to the music, and then you just search for whichever song that you wanted, and you would just take it and drag it underneath, and it should drop it in there. And then you have 2 overlapping audio files. So you would have a song and then my recording, my voice as well. If you listen to it and you didn't like it, or if it wasn't the kid's best work, they can always tap the track and delete it and start over. So this is just another view in GarageBand that can be very helpful. So if I was all finished, my recording's all done, I'm going to go back to my songs, and it's going to save it. It'll be on the top left hand corner there. To rename it, I'm just going to click on it, and I'm going to say my test recording, and I've clicked done. And to export it, you just go to edit, highlight it, and then press the share button. When you do this, you have all these options of places to send the song to. The one that we use the most is iMovie. We'll have the kids create audio recordings and then send them to iMovie. It's very simple. You just click iMovie and it sends it right there, and then you can add it to an existing project that you're already working on, or you can create a new project. This is the older version of GarageBand, and this one, in the new version, there's also a bunch of different other choices where you can send the song to, so that's kind of neat. But if you were the teacher and you are recording a recording that you want the kids to access, or you want them to be able to listen to on a laptop, or maybe you want to share the recording onto all of their student iPads, what I do is I'm going to click share song via iTunes. And when I do that, this is going to give me 2 choices. It's either going to say, do you want to send it to iTunes to listen to it through iTunes, or do you want to open it up in GarageBand on other devices? For my purposes, I just want them to be able to listen to it, so I'm going to choose iTunes. And you can edit anything in there, click share. It'll look, let's say sending to iTunes, and then it looks like it didn't do anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave GarageBand, and I'm going to plug my iPad into my laptop, so then my device will show up in iTunes. So if I open up iTunes, my device shows up right here, and I can, when I click on my device, when I click on apps, and I scroll all the way down to that page, it's going to show me a list of apps that I can share files from the device to the computer. So I'm going to scroll down and find GarageBand, and my song, my test recording is right there. And so I can save it to, and if I wanted to just save it to my desktop, I could do that so I can find it easily, so it pops up right there. Now I'm going to unplug my device, and then when I'm in my iTunes library now, my test song should show up. Or actually, you know what, if it doesn't show up, just drag it over into iTunes, drop it in there, and then my test song or my test recording will show up there. And then once it's here, once it's on the computer that you sync your student devices with, you can push that out to their devices. So I hope this helped, and thanks for watching.